Go to my channel. Hey guys, you probably can already see me and hear me. I'm just gonna go to my channel real quick and get the live feed for the chat. So give me just a second.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hold on. Stupid thing. Let's go to lives right now. There we go. Okay, let me pop it out. Sorry, yeah, also sorry for the late arrival. I was following up with my wife. She's been, oh, it already showed up in the thing. That's good. She's been trying to buy her ticket from Japan to America for next December, and the prices have been insane. I want to give a shout out, actually. Um, Hold on. Let me make sure I got the company right here. Hold on. Um, Hold on just a second. I wrote this down today. My friend at school, he has a his own hold on. Dream Get Away Vacation. What's up, Adam? Hey, man, thank you for joining, dude. Sorry I've been gone so long. Um, oh, sounds too low. Oh, properties. Ah, just a second. I figured out. Okay, test, test, test. Yeah, definitely, it's the wrong thing. Test, 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 test. Still too low, isn't it? I got it maxed out. What am I doing wrong? Hold on, let me check. Let me go to my channel. Hey guys, you probably can already see me and hear me. I'm just gonna go to my channel real quick and get the live feed for the chat. Stupid headphone in my other.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hold on, stupid thing. Okay, can you hear me okay now? Am I all right? If there is a New York, then where is the old one? I think the old one was just called York, right? I'm pretty sure you can ask me. I'm a history expert. Um, yeah, the original York was actually named in was created by the species York Terriers, and they made it the original capital of dogs. And then eventually, over time, people took it over, and after people took it over, they called it New York, and that is the history of how it got its name. Is my sound okay now? In case any of you were just wanted like a brief history lesson on New York, that's where they got the name from. Are we good? I'm broadcasting at the right bit. Uh, Anybody? Hello? Am my sound okay? I should only have this microphone here coming through. Pretty sure I'm good. Hold on, let me just check real quick. I must have a massive delay today. Hey guys, you probably can already see me and hear me. Hold on, let me check. Let me go to my channel. Hey guys, you probably can already see me and hear me. It seems like I'm coming through okay. But dude, definitely let me know if I'm still coming through kind of rough. Um, what I'm playing back to myself seems to come out okay. I'm kind of confused on what's going on. Oh, you know what? It appears. Ah, I see what just happened. I just had a massive delay in chat. That was weird. I just had like, it literally just went from like a couple messages to it is a little quiet, still low. Shoot. Okay, okay. I sound like a wizard too. That's weird. I'm not a wizard, I promise. All right, give me a second. Let me just do this. Give me just a second. Desktop audio, external mic headset, left or right. Sound volume by percent. It's up 100%. I can go higher, but I feel like I'm gonna like clip out. Uh, audio monitoring. Monitor off. Monitor and output. Okay. I'm not a good one for Tokyo. I'm not just not a Tokyo fan. What, you gonna come up here now? Okay, go ahead. Um, I do want to. Um, I'm not getting paid or anything by this company. They just helped me get a better ticket for my wife. She was struggling to get a good ticket. Um, it's a friend's company that I work with at work. He's got a side hustle as a travel agency, and they just got me like a way better deal on a ticket. I wanted to give them a shout out real quick. Um, huge help from them. Okay. Give me a second. I gotta find out what's going on with this. I don't understand. All right, I'll just do a new audio input. Okay. Um, properties. External. I'm gonna check something real quick. I might go to. Oh wait, it looks like it's coming in much louder. Wait, okay, I'm just gonna bring it closer to my face. How about that? But you said I was still sounding like I'm coming in like a wizard. I don't. I don't completely understand what that means, but okay. Just give me a second. I'm gonna mess with the audio for a second. So if it goes all wacky, it's your fault, not mine. I'm just joking. Test, 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 test. Okay. All right. Huge achievement, get huge recognition. I'm a travel agent, but I book for corporate bankers. I also book for an exchange program for the lady 10 years volunteer. It was the program I went to Japan with for the first time in 2000. Aaron, that's awesome that you've got a connection that far back and that you're working with that. It's still something, and it's something what like you're passionate about too. So you actually get to do something you enjoy. Wizard more activated. I'm still sounding like okay. I'm going to delete my input and completely try to reset it. So I'm going to go totally blanked out. Um, and hey, Mark, what's up, man? Thanks for joining again, man. Appreciate it, dude. Let me let me drop this off and then come back. Um, my audio is going to drop out for a second. Remove. Yes. Oh, it's still there. That's weird. Wait, what? Okay. How can I remove this one? It won't let me remove it at all. Window capture. Can I remove this one? No. Okay. Remove. Yes. Okay. Uh, dude, Striker, you can eat as many cookies as you want, dude. No one's holding you back from that. Nani, nani, nani. I have the wrong thing named. Oh shoot, I gotta change that real quick. Properties. I just want to rename it. Okay, rename. Okay, get. Well, just curious if anyone had any suggestions for a reasonable hotel in Tokyo, looking for ones triple bedrooms for the kids. I can ask my friend who like he does a lot of trips back and forth with his travel agency. Um, can I? Uh, would it be okay if I got back to you on Monday, Aaron? Would that be too late? Okay, yeah. I thought I sound okay. I keep checking. I'm listening back to my own video, and I seem to sound the same I always has. I want to change the camera though because I got a way more popular streamer here named Deco-chan. Beautiful, beautiful Deco-chan who just wants to hog all the limelight for himself. So beautiful, so Deco. Just switch these cameras out. Right, Deco-chan? All right, my sweet baby. Yeesh, Daddy. Daddy, I love you. I love snacks and you. Right, my sweet, sweet little cuddle numpkins. Oh, do. Get those scritchy scratchies. Oh, yo, daddy. You're in a good mood today, right? Yeah, I'm in a good mood. I get all to be a snacks on Friday night. Okay, I thought I sounded okay. I was like, I kept going back to check, and I'm like, why am I sounding weird? I don't get it. Same mic as always. One day, one day when I'm a super popular streamer and I become professional streamer, I'm gonna buy high quality equipment. Maybe even something crazy like a wireless headset. Right, Deco? When you and I hit the big leagues, right, buddy? It's just right around the corner. I know it. Any day now I'm about to go viral, guys. You don't even know. My subpar, never changing set of me just standing up to talk in front of a camera for 30 minutes is going to go viral one day. You guys just wait. Squishies. Oh, I like that name. Squishies is cool. Yeah. No wings tonight? No. They recently, I don't know what's going on. They only have like the breaded chicken at Publix. They haven't had the rotisserie in like 2 weeks. And if you look at the calorie difference, it's like 1,700 calories to eat an entire box of rotisserie. If you eat it with breaded, it goes up to 3,000 calories. I'm not gonna double my calories just to be able to eat chicken. So instead tonight I made myself sausage. Yeah, I miss the wings, dude. I'm kind of saving money again now since I had to just spend a bunch on my dang car. That was fun. It isn't easy to find another teacher. Any suggestions? Oh, dude, Slacky, I got you. Pre-ply, pre-ply, dude. I'm not gonna give you my teacher's name because then you might hog the lessons. But here's pre-ply. Download that app, dude. You can find insane cheap teachers. My teacher charges $9 a month. So for a whole month of lessons, I'm paying like 36 bucks, dude. And she's awesome. She's awesome, dude. Every week, I'm getting my Japanese up there higher and higher. She's teaching me um, like all the kanzai ben I never understood back in Japan because there's like a lot of like unique phrases that I'm just like, what the hell does that mean? Like if you didn't know, like dasai, that's like you say lame in Japanese, right? That thing's lame. Dasai. Sono fuku hanta ni dasai. But in Osaka, they say mosai. Um, or you might know some of these already. Like arigato, maido is Japanese kanzai ben. Maido and arigato, same thing. Um, Okini, that's another one. Nice, Aaron. That sounds super delicious. What's wrong with polar bears? They're all big and stuff. I want to hug one. There's nothing wrong. Polar bears are awesome. What are you talking about? Aren't they like 9 feet tall? Who, who doesn't want like a 9 foot tall friend? There's some Japanese don't know. That's true. You're totally correct about that. Like I've heard like there's even some Inaka dialects that like they'll be like, I don't know what that person said either. Or sometimes like the old person will use like a really old person word. Oh, and this is the best thing. This is going to help out with Osoroshi Nights. Um, she was talking to me. She's like, "What kind of stuff are you interested in Japan?" I said, "Like, I always read the news." And so we tried to do the news for a little bit, but like Japan runs out of like interesting news really fast because it's just kind of a calm country, right? There's not like you know really big crime news or anything like that. So she was like, do you know like about like any murders and stuff like that in Japan? I'm like, yeah, I know like every murder that's ever happened in Japan, like every well-known publicized murder. And so she started to like question me. She's like, all right, have you ever heard of this one? I'm like, oh yeah, the otaku murderer. He did this and this and that. And she's like, oh. how do you know that? And I'm like, well, I mean, like big murders don't happen in Japan. Like as soon as they happen, like America finds out. Then she asked me about Nevada-chan, and I was like, yeah, I know Nevada-chan. She like, did this to the schoolmate that she had a sudden vengeance against, and why they call her Nevada-chan is because she was wearing a Nevada sweater when she did it. And then she tried to hit me with one that was like really old, the Suyama incident, which is an insane one. I probably need to do a video on it eventually, but I've got to figure out a way to word it and talk about it without getting everything demonetized. But pretty much, it was a guy who used a shotgun to kill 18 people in Hokkaido, um, back in, I want to say it was like 1930. He did it back in 1930, and it was like because nobody would marry him. Pretty rough. Me viewer too. I would highly suggest Preply as like a study guide. Like you can find somebody super cheap. So I'm all itchy now. My cat. Ah! Right, right. Mark says like, oh, taco murder is like really basic. Yeah, you know what she didn't know about? She's I started to tell her, I was like, oh yeah, the Otaku murder. I learned about that one when I learned about the cannibal killer of France. She's like, what are you talking about, cannibal killer of France? And so I told her about the guy who was like a student in France who killed a girl he invited over and like started to eat her body and then got extradited back to Japan and never had to go to jail. The guy's a complete creep, a complete utter asshole. Um, his parents went bankrupt paying for a lawyer to defend him to not go to jail. And he's like lost everything in his life. Like no one wants to deal with him. He's a complete and total creep. He made a manga about what he did to make money, and even that didn't provide him enough. He went broke. He lives on like welfare in Osaka now. I told her about it, and she was like, "What? Is that real? That really happened?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you can go look it up." Like, I was like, "How do you not know about that? It's like massively famous." I was like, "He lives in Osaka too, I think." Grumpy, what's up? Three ply, no pre ply. Um, pre ply. Like reply with the word P in front of it. Hold on, I'll put the link in there for you. Okay, give me a second. Like, and just so you know, I don't get any kickback or anything like this. Oh, actually, wait, I do get. Hold on, it said I get like $50 um if I like uh shoot if you recommend a friend. Hey, Deco, don't scratch. Oh, you're not. Okay, sorry. Um, I remember seeing that. Hold on. Uh, shoot, how do I do that? Oh, refer a friend. Awesome, 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 awesome. Invite your friends. Copy link. Oh, if you use this, I get $50 towards my future lessons. Um, so actually, I just I'm kind of making money off of this. I get my lessons for a couple lessons for free. Use that link right there, and if you sign up under that, then I get a $50 credit towards my future lessons. I know, Mark, right? Like that's like as soon as you look up like Japanese like murders, like he comes up as like the top like what 3 minimum. No, Japan forest fires. What's going on with that? I didn't know there's forest fires going on. I To be honest with you, Aaron, I don't catch up with Japanese news until the weekend hits. I'm just so insane busy during the week. Um, so like massive wild. Oh no. Morioka, Japan, a massive wildfire in northeastern Japan has continued to spread, burning around 3,000 hectares. Despite the first rainfall, the forest fire in Ofunato Iwate Prefecture has burned 9% of. Oh no, dude! Oh my god, no, this is horrible. Oh, Okay. Um, gosh. Okay. Gosh. That makes me really sad. I wanna. Okay, hold on. Is there any place where I want to see if there's? I'm trying to look right now to see if there's like something I can put in the video because I'll talk about this in my future video. And I want to see if there's like a thing you can donate to help people. Firefighters recruited from across the country and SDF aircraft continued to battle the blaze after managing to prevent the flames from reaching residential areas of Okunato on Sunday. This is as of March 3rd. Oh God, poor Japan. Can they get a break? Um, Dude, thank you for posting the Discord link, Jonah. Guys, I also want to just give a big shout out to my Discord team and those of you just on Discord and stuff. Jonah and Meadow, Osaka Shogun, Eric, Tattoo Games, same guy. Um, just a massive thanks for just keeping everything running while I deal with the damn car accident I had. It wasn't anything major. Pretty much somebody pulled out in front of the person in front of me. They slammed onto their brakes like a screeching halt. We were going only 40 miles an hour. I slammed on mine, and I I had either oncoming traffic on one side and a ditch on the other. So it was like, what do I do? Slammed into the back of him. He wasn't even mad or anything. He was just like, what could you have done? And of course, the person who caused the whole wreck, who pulled out in front of everybody, um, disappeared. Disappeared. I was kind of lucky. The guy told the cop right away. He was like, "Look, there's nothing the guy behind me could have done. We all just had to slam on our brakes. There was nobody behind me, so I'm lucky I didn't get sandwiched. It didn't cause a ton of damage. He only had like $1,000 worth of damage to his bumper. My insurance covered it because, of course, I have collision and liability. So my insurance renews on April, and it only went up $14 total. Not a month, just total for 6 months, $14. So I'm no points on my license. My ticket was $166. And if you're wondering why you have to pay a ticket, it's not your fault. In America, if you hit someone from behind, it's 100% your fault. There's no way around it. In Japan, it's only 75%. There's no such thing as a 100% accident in Japan. There's always like a divvy up of blame. Yeah, dude, Eric, man, I really do appreciate it. Like, that was not a fun week, man. So knowing that everything's still going smoothly while I'm away, it's at least one small peace of mind during the hassle of trying to get my car fixed. What turned out to be the best thing about this, um, is I found out I have a mobile car body repair person in our neighborhood. And right away, I asked my neighborhood. I said, like, can anybody recommend? I'm new to the area still. Like, I am pretty still new. I'm only here like a year and a little bit. And they said, Robert lives in the neighborhood and he's got his own thing. And I was like, oh, shoot, okay. I call this guy. He gets right back to me. He said, send me the pics. And so I sent him. I have like my bumper screwed up, my hood screwed up, my two side panels screwed up, my headlights screwed up. They're not broken, they didn't break. And he's like, you know what? Like, I could order you the pieces and replace everything. But he said, honestly, I could just bang all this out. I'll fix it for $1,000. And I mean, I can tell you that is insane cheap. I paid him $1,000 in cash. He had the damn thing all fixed up. Like, he took off the hood, banged out the dents, took off the side panels, banged them out. Um, an hour and a half. One day, hour and a half. And I'll show you guys pics coming up. The only thing I had to do is I had to buy a new grill and install it myself, which kind of proud of myself. I installed a grill on a car all by myself. I've never installed anything on a car. Well, no, I guess I've done like basic windshield wipers and stupid crap like that. But I installed the grill. Um, $30 on Amazon. That's all it was. So I spent a total of $1,030 to repair my car, and it was done in one day. So I mean, first of all, a massive thank you to you guys just checking to see if I was okay. I am. I'm totally okay. It was like it was like just one of those like slow motion accidents where there's just like, what can I freaking do? Yeah, you're right. Lily of the Valley, $1,000 for an hour and a half is an insane good. Yeah, I mean, right? But I can tell you, if I had taken it to a collision place, they weren't going to be like, hey, we can just bang out these dents. Like, they'd be like, all right, new parts are on order. Those are going to cost you this much an hour for the mechanic. All like it would have been like minimum, I'd say minimum $3,000 to $4,000. Bang it out. What? How else do you say it? Dent removal? I mean, that's pretty much what he did. He just like took the stuff and like I don't know how it works, man. Um, uh, but dude, I'm just lucky, dude. And oh, I didn't tell you about the cool part. So I replaced my grill myself, and the Toyota symbols busted off the front because the grill held it before. So I was like, shoot, what am I gonna do? The car looks like kind of empty in the front now. So I found this stuff online to make it look like your car is from Umbrella Corporation. So now I have like my symbol in the front. It says like Umbrella Corporation, like we're all about life or something like that. And on the back, I had my license plate holder redone to be an Umbrella Corporation one. I also have my friend said like, "Hey, I can help you like make it look more like an official Umbrella Corporation car." So he's making me two vinyl stickers that are going to go over the sides to make it look like I'm from Umbrella Corporation, like my car's a official vehicle, and a parking pass that hangs in the front, and then two like parking stickers for the side, and I've got car hubcaps that have Umbrella Corporation on them on order. They're like $9 or something, and the air thingy caps, and those are like just like $3 or something like that. So it's looking pretty cool already. I'll show you pics when the whole car is done. Um, but pretty much it's gonna look like it's a Umbrella Corporation like company car. Eric, yeah, right. I know what you mean, right? Oh, hey, Elps Creates, man. Dent removal. It's a panel beater. There we go. There you go. Panel beater. That sounds way better. Also, welcome to the stream, Elps. Always happy to see a new face. Yeah, Nuno. Exactly. Umbrella Corp. Like it's like looks like totally official. Like it's like actual like aluminum emblem for the front of the car. I'll show you when I'm done with the whole thing. It's coming together pretty good. I'm actually surprised how good it's coming together. Like it looks like it fits the car. My car's colors are like black and white, and the Umbrella Corp stuff is like red, white, and black. So it's like melding in really well. I walk around with an umbrella in my coat pocket every time I am outside. Yeah, so that pretty much the same thing. Umbrella Corp, they make umbrellas. I'm pretty sure that's what their job was in Resident Evil. So I mean, you've got kind of the right idea. Um, oh cool, Godzilla Evangelion. That's sick, man. Um, Pixel, as for your question, I'm sure you could find a place in Japan with those skills, but it would require probably finding the right connections. I've been watching the videos for years, admittedly under different accounts, but I never really had time to hang out in lives. Well, else, first of all, Thank you. I'm always happy to hear when someone's stuck with me for this long. I really do appreciate that. Um, I don't think we as YouTubers say that enough, but it means a lot to have stuck with me this long, and I'm happy to have you here on a live, dude. That's awesome. When Life Gives You Tangerines is a good series, really authentic with how it shows how the poor lived in Korea in the 1960s. Ooh, interesting. Man, South Korea. That's such a like I love a lot of what South Korea does, makes, is like just, you know, their style, their fashion, how beautiful and handsome the people are. But I I always feel like there's this strange dystopia there where like people are worked just to death like Japan. On top of it, they've got like a level of conservative hostility that's like over the top, where like Catholicism kind of bleeds into a lot of their laws. And like, look, I grew up. You know, I'm a lapsed Catholic. In fact, I would consider myself a pro um, lapsed Catholic. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, right? A prolapsed Catholic. Um, and I totally understand like a lot of the hangups and stuff it can like put on your life. And it just feels like South Korea's like embraced those like infinitely. On top of it, they've got the cult of the Moonies. If you ever want to see like one of the worst groups ever, check in the Moonies and um, find out how it connects to like Shinzo Abe and everything like that. Scott, are all New Yorkers Japanese? Please respond. Yeah, pretty much. That's why it's called New York, because that's just another word for Japanese. That's why, like, I'd say 99.9% of New Yorkers are actually Japanese. And if someone tells you anything different, they're just lying and they don't understand how culture or race works. Good question, though, Striker. I generally can't remember how and why I ended up watching your videos, but I'm pretty sure it was before you had kids. Dang, you're an OG then. Holy cow, man. Thank you for sticking with me for so long. I do really appreciate it. It's awesome to hear stuff like that. Delumping? Delumping grumpy. I love that word. What's your profession? I'm a professional delumper. Like, ugh, that sounds dirty. Are you sure you want to tell people you do that for a living? Um, in your opinion, what is the best advice you would give to someone that wants to escape English teaching here in Japan? Well, first of all, Grave Walker, thank you for joining the stream. Second of all, okay. Ugh, ugh. Okay. The best advice, if it's gonna be whittled down to just one piece of advice, I'd say become highly proficient in speaking and reading Japanese. All right. If it's only one little piece of advice, I mean, that's it. That's going to open every doorway possible for you. Um, become, JL, Japanese language proficiency, JLPT 1 level good at Japanese. If you become JLPT 1 level good. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say JLPT1, that's the highest level of Japanese language proficiency tests. If you pass it, you'll get like a certificate for N1, which means like you did it on level one. I know you're probably thinking like, wouldn't one be the easiest? No, there's level five. Five is the easiest. Level one is the hardest. I don't know why Japan does that. um, I guess because it's like first place. I don't get it. Anyway, um, after you get that, you kind of open like a ton of doorways to all different types of careers. And if you're wondering why Scott, why didn't you do that? Because I really, really, really struggled. I have severe ADHD. Now I'm on medication for it, but in Japan I couldn't actually get medication for it. And struggling to learn a language while you have your mind talking to you 1,000 miles a minute and constantly getting distracted is brutal. I have a lot of problem listening even in English. I miss like if someone gives me directions, I miss like probably 50% of the directions, right, in English. Um, these days I have ways around it where I write stuff down and things like that. I take notes. I write on my hand. And now with the medication, I can grasp most of what people are saying. But imagine me trying to do that in Japanese, a second language. Um, I couldn't. For me, I like learned how to speak a bunch. Like I learned a bunch of words really fast. That was really easy. I've always had a kind of a, I don't want to say it's like a talent. It's not any kind of talent. Just my ability to be able to master new vocabulary. I don't know if it's good. Like I don't know if I have a good me have good talent for learn new word. Um, I just enjoy learning new words. Especially in English. I like learning little words like defenestrate, to throw somebody out a window. Um, Triskaidekaphobia, the fear of the number 13. Um, I just like, quirky, weird new words. So when it came to Japanese, same thing. Like I'm like the only person probably in Japan who has problems putting together a proper grammatical sentence, but also knows that Toshiden Setsu means urban legend in Japanese. Um, or Bukimi no Tani Gensho means the uncanny valley in Japanese. It's like, how would you know something that big in Japanese, but your sentences are all sliced and diced into gobbledygook? Well, that's because I had a lot of problems following grammatical rules when listening to people talk. So now I'm taking Japanese again. Well, I'm continuing it really. I took lessons in the past, but um, and I'm on medication. And let me just tell you, it's like night and day. For someone with ADHD, if you are studying a language and cannot have the proper medication, and then you finally get it and continue to study it, it's like someone pretty much puts subtitles on everything you're trying to study. It's freaking amazing. So, full steam ahead. I'm doing my best to learn as much as I can, as fast as I can. Hopefully my continuous treks back and forth um, improve um, everything. Never felt like trying for N1. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I never felt I feel like even if I did get to that level of speaking, I just don't care. Those sound like anime names to someone that doesn't know Japanese. I can understand that. Scott, any new Osoroshi scary stories coming back? Yeah. I'm sorry it's been so long, guys. I have a bunch of stuff piled up. Um, and I've just been, I can't say lazy because god damn, I've been grinding, right? Like, I just haven't had a time where it doesn't feel like I'm just trying to catch my breath on the weekend. Like I'd say tonight, in the last 2 weeks have been hell. Like I've been even now I've got so many damn projects I got to keep track of. And I'm not talking about like having fun creating type stuff. I'm talking about hardcore work stuff that like I'm in charge of like a million things. So sometimes stuff piles up on my plate until it topples and falls off, and then I'm grabbing that stuff. And while I'm doing that, it's hard to also monitor two YouTube channels. I knew when I started the second channel, I was like, I don't know how long I'm going to keep up with this. I hope I do it. I am going to. It's been 3 months since the last video, which is garbage, straight garbage. But I want to get back to you on that. Yes, still lazy. You're correct, Japanese lover. But yeah, you're totally right, man. Okay, one other thing I've been trying to research to make those videos better. Um, so far, my video that got the most views is the one about nightmares in Japanese, and I used AI generated video for the background, and that blew up. That did really well. Um, I mean, really well considering I'm a channel of only 171 subscribers. I need to find out so I got that video from other channels who I asked. I was like, "Do you have anything with like scary Japanese stuff?" And they're like, "Here's what I've got." I need to investigate how I create that video myself. If anybody can give me a lesson on how what I know Sora is like one of the things that like, but I don't even know like where to start. Like, am I do I need to pay a monthly fee to get video generated by AI? And I know there's going to be people out there like, I can't believe you're going to use AI. It will destroy all artists. And it's like, no, no, it won't. I have a whole theory um, about it. Okay, perfect. Better is perfect. Okay, you got this, man. We will keep pushing you to get better. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it, guy. You guys are like, you guys have always been kind of the crutches I need throughout this whole damn. I say this year, I mean 2024 and 2025. You gotta, for me, one thing you've got to understand is when I say this year, I always mean this school year. I mean, goddamn, you guys have been the wind beneath my wings for this 2024-2025 school year, man. Got me through my damn house being annihilated, then still keeping the crutches underneath my armpits. You are the crutch beneath my pit, everyone, and I love you for that. I seriously do. I'm not. I know I'm trying to sound funny and be goofy, but I love you guys for how much support you've given me, and it's financial support, obviously incredible. Okay, the helping me rebuild my house and everything, like, but just the actual like kindness, empathy, the words that tell me, hang in there. You're gonna get through to the other side. I mean that means the most, man. Oh, creepy. What was that? Oh, it's just a big car going by. Oh, it made some spooky shadows in my window. I didn't like it. Um, all right. What happened? Oh, there we go. I don't know why. Every once in a while, like the OBS doesn't update as fast as the actual chat window. Okay, I want to go back through. Oh, Zero Legion. What's up? I wonder what happened to Japan arc. Wait, what? What are you talking about with what? Okay, okay, hold on. I'll jump into your conversation here. I try to make sure I don't miss anybody's questions or anything like that. I'm sorry if I do. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. I just get carried away with my yappy yappy mouth. Um, okay. What happened to your big fancy water bottle? Oh, this is milk. Like I would never put milk inside of a water bottle. I do actually. I still. This is my Crystal Light. I haven't given up on the water bottle. I'm just being a pig. I'm being a pig tonight because I was like, I don't want to make another cup dirty just to drink the last little bit of milk in here. All right. Give me a break, man. Um, Alejandra, joshing me on my water bottle consistency. How dare you? You know I'm sensitive about these things. Uh, let's see. Yeah, Mark, I am gonna I'm gonna post a final picture of my car. I really want to post it after I get the decals done because I think that's what's gonna make it look like an official Umbrella Corporation vehicle. I'm actually having it printed by a friend who you guys may know, Dan Lee, um, who's part of the Cursed Urban channel. Um, awesome dude. We're friends IRL. Okay, don't ever question that. I've met real people. I've touched grass before. Um, maybe 2015. Same here. Where did your conversation start, Zero Legion? Oh, there we go. I have not followed you for years. Where are you now? Still in Japan? Ah, sorry. Okay. Okay, Zero Legion. Let me answer that. Most people probably know, but I'm half in Japan and half in America. I still own my house, my small company. I actually closing out the small company when I get back this year. Um, and my wife still lives in Japan. Sadly, I can't have her moved over here just yet. My eldest son continues high school there and will eventually go to college in Japan, in which case, finally, my wife will move here. We do now own a house in America and in Japan. Um, and It's been hard. It's hard to not get to see my oldest son. And obviously, it's very hard that I only get to see my wife for probably a total of 3 months a year now. Um, but I do live with my youngest son because he wanted to do school in America. I mean, that's kind of why I came over here. That and just God, the market for teaching English in Japan right now, not advisable. Not advisable. Dark, dark. Hey, I emailed you. Um, dark. I emailed you. My plan is I'm calling you. Um, over spring break. Spring break starts after this week. I'm gonna call you. We'll have a conversation. We'll get something ready to go. I got back with you though on this. I don't know if you got to see the email, but I did get back to you. Dark, dude. I'm looking forward to this. Oh, what am I eating? This is a Met RX bar with 30 grams of protein in it. Highly recommend it if you're building protein to get super swole like me. As you guys can tell, I am, when you think of the word swole, they show me, um, you know, absolutely shred it. What a beefcake. Does anybody say that anymore? Beefcake? That never sounded like good. Like when someone's strong, you'd be like, wow, he's a beefcake. Ugh. Oh, he sounds vile. Um, but Dark, I sent you a message. I said, let's get in contact. I start break March 15th. Is that the weekend? The next weekend? This next weekend coming up, my spring break starts. I'm off for a week. I want to first collab about just whatever kind of video you want to get out there first, see what I can do to help you out with that. Um, and then hopefully we can maybe do something that like crosses over to my channel. I'd be so stoked, man. And I want to put like a lot of time, a lot of editing into it, and really make you something good that um, I really hope helps your channel. Spine Leaf, what's up? And B, do I plan to live in Japan again in the future? That's a great question, actually. My wife and I keep talking back and forth about post retirement. And I will tell you, when I can finally retire, it's not going to be like it is now, where I can only go there for the summer. Probably we're going to live half our life, like a good 6+ months in Japan, and then come back to America during definitely probably winter. So probably like from December to maybe February. We'll come to Florida during that time, and just hang out here, and then we'll fly back to Japan for the rest of the year. So probably 3 or 4 months in America, and then 8 to 9 months in Japan. That is the plan. I mean, I love America. I love Japan. I know people want to throw hate sometimes. Um, there's benefits to both countries. There's pluses and minuses to both countries. Um, you know, I aside from your country being North Korea, I don't know why you would begin to hate your country of origin. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't agree with everything happening in America all the time, but I love my country. Yeah, Zero Legion. Yeah, exactly. 6 months here, 6 months there. Or just whatever is the best. I mean, by that time, both of our kids will be in college. They're living their own life. Um, I'm probably gonna still run like a business on the side, just doing art and stuff like that. My wife wants to run a kintsugi business. You know, that'll be kind of like our extra income post retirement. And I just want to enjoy like I- my my hope, my dream is maybe I have grandkids one day. I want to be Grandpa Unrested, and continue to watch my own children grow and thrive, and man, maybe even see another generation of Ackermans. I don't know. Oh, you just replied. Oh shoot. All right, dude. Thank you, Dark. Oh, awesome. You don't have to be sorry about a late reply, bud. Okay, awesome, awesome, dude. I'm looking forward to it, Dark Dark. I have some ideas, man. I got some stories saved up, and I've saved them up just for your channel because I want to see more Japanese stuff get like out there in the world with scary stuff. Um, dude, definitely excited to work with you, dude. I can't wait, dude. This is gonna be so fun. I always feel like we're running on the same vibe when it comes to horror and stuff too. So I think it's going to be awesome. I found your channel over a decade ago when I used to have aspirations to live in Japan. Once upon a time, haha, wish you the best. B, thank you. First of all, B, thank you so much for sticking with me for so long. Second of all, I I don't think you ever need to give up. I think, one day you're probably going to visit Japan, right? I know like some people are like, I wanted to live there and work there and never got to. You should still visit. And like don't ever talk down to yourself or be self-deprecating because you didn't go live in Japan or spend. It's not a place for everyone. Like it's not. It's just not. Especially now in the economical climate and everything going on. It's not something I would recommend to everybody. Especially like if you have a certain career path you wanted to follow and you're like, gosh, I wish I could do it in Japan. It's not always worth it. I mean, I even have a friend now who lives there and he works for an American company, but he's pretty much managing the Japanese wing, and he's miserable right now. Um, there's a lot of BS sometimes of trying to get things to work on a certain way in companies over there. So it's not always worth it. I think one of the most beautiful things about Japan is an amazing place to visit pretty much all the time. I mean, aside from like, dealing with summer weather, in which case you feel like your body is like evaporating second by second. Um, I want to say you are getting the same sort of benefit that those who live there are when they go on vacation in Japan and you go take a vacation in Japan. It doesn't get substantially better aside from like maybe you can speak better to locals if you've lived there a long time and like learn the language. I still think anybody who has aspirations to see Japan, live in Japan, work in Japan, if you just go there and visit, you can get quite a bit out of it. Like spend a week or two in Japan. Don't rush around. Take your time. Make sure you don't go during like Golden Week or during the summer. Maybe go in early fall and take a really slow time looking around, enjoying the sights, enjoying the food. Um, Wait until morning rush hour finishes every day, like post 8 o'clock, post 9 o'clock, and go on some empty trains. Enjoy Japan's wonderful transportation system. Go to maybe one or two shrines, then you're done. You don't need to go to more. And just you will feel the same benefits I've felt just living in Japan. Um, don't ever downplay yourself for that. I mean, you are one of many, many, many people who've done it, man. The old age of 30, bro. You're still young. You can still do it at 30, man. I don't. I don't know if I would advise it right now for teaching English. It's a bad market right now for teaching English. That's one thing I have changed about my channel. Was I used to really encourage people go over there and teach English. You can do anything. And it just the pay is just such garbage right now. I wouldn't recommend it. What do you think of teriyaki and ramen restaurants in the States compared to Japan? Oh, they're straight shit. Um, yeah, they're total freaking shit. Um, for example, there's one here in Florida called Yokuso Ramen, which makes pretty much no sense. Welcome ramen? What? That doesn't. Um, the karage was fucking trash. It was so bad it made me angry. The ramen was just like pretty much the equivalent to what you can make in your own house with throwing a pot of Nissan in there and just, popping that into some boiling water. It was straight garbage. It's the equivalent to eating pizza in Japan. I mean, pizza in Japan sucks, right? Go eat at like a pizza place and be like, what the hell is this ketchup and fucking American processed cheese tasting food called pizza? And it's not. It's total garbage. It's shit. It's the same thing with Japanese stuff here. Zero, you going to bed? Oyasumi. Uh, Let's see what else. Yeah. See, Aaron said ramen is weak in the U.S. compared to. I mean, there might actually be some decent places, maybe in California, maybe Hawaii, maybe New York, maybe Guam. I know some people are like, well, Guam's not America. Well, oh yeah, and Aaron's right. Like teriyaki is not like a thing. Like there's no teriyaki is just like the same sauce they're using in okonomiyaki, isn't it? Like it's not that different, right? It's just a flavor, pretty much. Oh, yeah. Else, there is. I have met some Italian people who have opened pizza shops there, and they do quite well. There's one in Detto on the Purple Line in Osaka, which is just fucking fabulous. I mean, it's insane good. My friend Sean and I go there to eat, and you just like you will gobble down like you will have been so desperate for a decent pizza that when you go there, I mean, I'll bet you can gobble down an entire pizza on your own. I spent 2 months in April to June in Japan last year. Best vacation ever. Oh, okay, April. Okay, yeah. So you're still there during pretty decent weather. I visit Tokyo, Osaka, Kobe, Kyoto. Pork in Japan is so good. Yeah, they do some interesting stuff with pork. It's my post-pandemic YOLO vacay, dude. Spine leaf. I'm so happy to hear it went well for you. That's always great to hear. Yeah. See, like what Spine leaf did here is just like that's perfect. Long ass time, a good what 90 days almost. You're in Japan. You just enjoying the best parts. And April to June would be like pretty low key. Ah, yeah, there you go, Eric. Yeah, I mean, there's always an exception to the rule. There was one place like cheeseburgers are shit in Japan, right? Like burgers in general are pretty shit. And don't tell me Moss Burger makes good burgers. Moss Burger makes shit burger. Um, and this guy opened a shop. He was Japanese, but he went to study in America for like a really long time how to make like the perfect burger. And his shop was called Critters, and they were incredible, like mouth melting, just insane good. Ugh. I need to go to Japan. I know so much about it, and I have a few friends that live out there. Yeah, you should definitely do it. It's gay men. Don't worry, I'm almost done eating. It'll be less gross soon. More like Asperger. Got him. Hey, Julie, welcome. Is cereal soup? Cereal could be soup, but I don't think soup could ever be cereal, right? Because there's such thing as cold soup with stuff floating in it, and I mean, more or less, that's what cereal is: cold soup with stuff floating in it. Um, but you never eat hot cereal unless you want to also include oatmeal. So it's kind of a gray area there. Oatmeal is most likely by far the most um, cosmic horror level of between soup and cereal amalgamations. Okay, it's 1:30 a.m. I've finished working. Writing for the night, so I'm probably gonna head out. Else, thank you for joining. I hope you have a great night. Uh, if you see any elderly people out there, be sure to shout Kuso Gigi and tip your hat to them. There you go. See, it wasn't worth getting a glass. I finished the whole gallon. Well, not the whole gallon. What was left of the gallon? Chex Mix is popular in American dishes. There used to be a teacher at my school who would eat Chex Mix like 24/7. Like she constantly had Chex Mix with her. Like I don't know if she had like shares in the company or what was going on, but that lady lived off of Chex Mix. There is Chex cereal, but what about Chex soup? When is it going to become a soup? When can we finally get them into the soup business? Oatmeal is like soup goop. Still kind of chilly. I agreed, it is a different thing. Soup is not goop. Yeah, soup never reaches goop levels. Like goop falls more into like mousse, chocolate mousse, which god damn, chocolate mousse is so gross. Like I don't hate chocolate or anything, but just like the texture, the consistency, the overly sweet taste, the feeling like you're swallowing cement mix while also like desert sand. Why do people like chocolate mousse? I don't get it. I think one big thing I like about Skim In is that since you dip it, it doesn't get soggy and it's not too filling for your tummy. Ticks all the right boxes. That's a good description, Aaron. You should be Skim In salesperson. I believe it. That's such a teacher snack. There's so many teachers who snack so much throughout the day. Like it's a job that can keep you kind of lean and mean, but if you snack 24/7 throughout the day, you can't do it. You gotta do what I do. I do the teacher's diet of don't have enough time to eat on your planning period. Also, don't have enough time to eat on your lunch break. So, three, just don't eat. Healthiest diet ever. Filling my belly with air muffins. Okay, let me go. Let me get back. I'm going back through comments just to make sure I didn't miss anybody's questions or anything. I do have to say, I hope you and your family work out a place here or Japan too, though, bro. Oh, dude, me viewer. Well, first of all, thank you for such the nice words. I will say my wife absolutely loves the place I bought here. Um, so does my eldest son. Like, I know this sounds crazy, but they are absolutely like mind blown that I have a yard. That I have a yard. It's a pretty big yard, and it connects to a lake in the back, and like animals wander in and out of my place. Like for them, that's like they're like living in paradise more or less. Well, I got stuck in my head there. Ugh. Um, my son literally would every bit of homework. He brought homework from Japan because he is a Japanese student, and he would literally take his homework and put it in the yard and lay down on his belly and just do his homework in the sun while laying in the grass. And to him, that was just heaven on earth. He could not believe he had his own yard to just like lay in the grass and enjoy it and feel like, the crisp air blow against him and the grass is nice and soft and, he can watch ducks wander real close to him and like stare at him curiously and then go back to the lake. And so, like, he's just like, this is incredible. My wife, every morning, cup of tea, wander out to the yard and just like you got like the I don't know what you call that box, like the box where the electricity goes into your house. It's like a big the meter box. She'd sit on that. Like we have chairs that you can sit on out there. She could drag a chair out there more far if she wanted to, but she didn't want to move anything, so she'd just like sit there on the meter box and drink her tea while staring out at the lake. And she's just like, this is amazing. Um, I love this house is like I've more or less created like my dream house. There's not much more I could ask for. I'm a simple man. I don't need crazy expensive stuff. My house isn't even like really a full house. It's a manufactured home. Um, and god damn, I love this place. Um, it's incredible. That's why I was so sad when the hurricane hit it. I was just like, no, no. I've done so much too. I've like, ah, I love this place. Everything you see in here. I mean, aside from like the furniture, I just got lucky and it was a turnkey place for furniture. So like I got gray leather couches for free, and goddamn, I'm so lucky. I love these couches. I love my cat. He didn't come with the place. I love. I like this table back here. That thing's cool. I love it. I love this place. Very, 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 very happy. Very lucky. I am blessed. If there is such a thing as being blessed, I have it been blessed. Blessed did it many times over. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I'm lamenting a bit too much. Let me a whole lot of some. Do you have a dryer? Yes. Yes, my wife loses her mind over that. She's like, I can just do it and it's like done right away. This is crazy. And like she does like laundry like nonstop while she's here. I don't know. I think she's like in love with the fact that I have the dryer. Maybe that's the only reason she stays married to me is because I'm a man with a dryer in my house. No, I mean she's really really happy about that. She'll she do the laundry like more like I'll wait till my laundry basket fills up and then I'll be like, all right, time to do laundry. Like we'd have like a couple things in there. She'd be like, all right, laundry time. I'm like, whoa, like why don't we just wait till there's more in there? She's like, all right, well then just pull all the sheets off the bed. And I'm like, we just washed all the sheets like this week. You don't need to do the sheets every week. Um, future porch people, dude. She loves my lanai, the porch that we have. Ah, I was so sad when like the windows broke on it. But I got it all fixed up before she came back, so I was really happy to be able to show her. Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely Florida, Florida. Let's see here. For me, okay. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. If any of you take Shinkansen, don't be like me in a panic. I hopped on one train early. I only found out when the conductor checked. Oh no. Yikes. I hope you didn't go really far, like the wrong way. At one time, the worst I ever had was I had a friend who lived out in Nada, and I went out there to visit him. And I fell asleep like for a long time past my stop, and I was almost like in Kobe by the time I woke up. And I was like, oh my God. Like it wasn't the Shinkansen, but I think it was the what is it called? Jesus Christ, I'm forgetting my train names now that I haven't been there in a while. Oh God. The one that starts with an H in Osaka. No, I'm sorry, not H. The Kintetsu. Ah, the gold steel Kintetsu. Um, banana chocolate chip pancakes. Sometimes, like, okay, I got two problems with that. Number one, banana sometimes like takes over the taste of everything. Like, if you've ever left a banana in your lunchbox and then you open it up and now your banana has made even your fucking Ritz crackers taste like banana Ritz crackers, you're like, what the fuck? The other thing too is sometimes like chocolate chips in pancakes, and then you put like they're hot, they're melted, they're gooey, and then you pour syrup on top of it, and you're like, oh my God, this is like too much. I'm like eating like diabetes incarnate. Like this is like I feel like I'm pouring sugar cane down my throat. Um, it's kind of over the top for me, but hey, to each their own. Um, Feel free to share your writing in that art channel on the Discord you want. Oh yeah, if you got anything you're writing, dude, please, yeah, share. Oh, okay. Yeah. Else is probably already gone. Guys, please, anything you like want to show or share or express, come on over and share it on our Discord, dude. We'd love to see it. Like, we share a lot on there. I need to get more active on the Discord again. I let it go for a whole week. Um, Wait, did somebody become a member just suddenly? Give me a number. Hey, thank you. Thank you for joining. Why didn't I get, usually I get a sound for that. Oh, do I have? Ah, okay. Whew. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, that sound. Thank you for becoming a member. Give me a number. I appreciate it, man. Fuck that sound. God damn it. Ugh. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna be okay. Sorry, it's my first time using the internet. I wasn't. Yeah, I gotta turn that down. I'm sorry about that, guys. Bridget, um, thank you for coming by. It's for your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Your 21st birthday. Is that what it is, Bridget? 21st. Uh, yes. That goddamn sound, man. Every time it scares the crap out of me. Um, I don't know. It's probably good entertainment. I should just leave it on. Yeah, sorry guys. I'm turning it down now. I apologize, everybody. Um, I don't even have headphones and my ears still hurt. 31st? Oh, okay. Well, to me, it'll always be your 21st, Bridget. So happy 21st birthday. All right. Um, Tats, dude, what's up? We got like huge YouTubers joining in for a second tonight. Tats, Tats, sorry about that. Hey, Tats, I'm gonna be working with Dark Somnium on a video coming up. If you wanna collab on anything like that, let me know, man. I bet you could definitely have something, and just get more promotion for the channel too. Um, uh, Message me at this um Tats message me on that if you want to join in on a collab that Dark Somnium and I are working on. He's got uh pretty much any time ready to work. I've got um spring break, guys. My brain is like scrambled after that jump scare. Oh my god. I've got spring break coming up starting on the 15th. So I'm gonna jump on a phone call with him. And then we're gonna work on something. It's gonna just pretty much be kind of a collection of, oh my god, back to the burps, of like just scary stuff from Japan. Mostly, I think we're just gonna do like creepy pastas or urban legends, or I'm not totally sure yet, but it wants to be a collection, like top five whatever's from Japan that is scary or something. Maybe top 10 or something. But I know that's your thing. You're into the scary stuff. You're into the top stuff. So um, I was telling Dark, I said I think we should bring her in too, and possibly if we can promote cats in some way. I got some projects currently in the next few months, so I'm kind of tied down. Oh, okay, okay, okay. No worries, no worries, no worries, no worries. Um, but I appreciate the call. Yeah, 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 yeah. Dude, yeah, of course, of course. Um, I just figured, man, you know, um, anytime I can help out someone who I like, I love their content. Um, what is all this? Oh, Valve wants me to take a survey. Sorry, that just popped up. Um, if I can ever pay back the help or the thank you or the promotion or anything like that, I always try to do it. But best of luck. And hey, Tats, anytime you want to jump on here and promote something, let us know. Um, I'll be more than happy to shout out your stuff and direct people towards it. That was super fun that one night where I jumped on the video and we talked about like the different urban legends that you had there. That was super fun. I want to edit that down and put some of it on my Osoroshi Nights channel. So number one, it can direct people to your channel, but also just give me a little more content from my Osoroshi channel. That was super fun to do. That was a great video. Creepypastas are pretty good, especially with creepy sauce. These days, can I get your let me Tats, I would love to hear what your opinion is of how creepypastas have gone over the last few years. Like I feel like they've kind of blurred into a sort of vague, sort of gray, nebulous, like, how is this a creepy pasta? It's just like a short horror story. Like, is there really You got full permission for me to take parts of the video and edit. Thank you, Ted. I seriously, thank you. I really appreciate it. Like your stuff is top notch all the time. And even though that you had that one content creator on there who had like crazy stuff about what was it like the um what was the Hokkaido urban legend? that was it was cracking me up. Um, but yeah, anytime you want to come on here and promote anything, dude, just let us know. We're good. We're good. We want to hear it. Um, but before that, oh wait, I don't put syrup on shot. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I did. Shoot, I've lost my train of thought. What was I talking about before that? This is see. I always hit. What are we close to 9 o'clock? Yeah, we're getting close to 9 o'clock. When I work a Friday, as soon as it gets close to like 9:30, my brain like just starts to like deteriorate, and I really struggle to stay focused. Back Saturday, as soon as I wake up and start the whole process over again, my mind is clear like full the whole day. But it's just like something about a full work week behind me computing stuff in my brain at the end of a work night. It's weird, man. It's weird how like you literally feel and watch your brain hit a limit as you're recording this stuff. It's just interesting to me. Um, wait, it's not my birthday. I don't want my birthday. I don't want to be anymore. Can I stop? Can I not have any more birthday? Can I just stay at this age? Um, yeah, Mark, happy 21st, bud. Finally, you get to drink. As you saw with Japanese creepypasta, most of those are just urban legends. What? Ah, that's what I was talking about. Creepypasta. Thank you. Hats gets me back on train of thought. I want to ask the whole audience, but I want to ask Tats the most because she has like by far the most experience with um, creepypastas, probably than all of us combined. Like they've kind of reached like a point of saturation and even beyond saturation, where I'm just kind of like, man, what distinguishes you as a creepypasta anymore? Creepypastas, you're just like random short horror stories. Yeah, happy birthday, Nuno. Also, Alejandra, happy birthday. Finally, the big 2-1. Actually, I don't know what's the drinking age in Mexico. I don't know what it is. Um, okay, I want to read this. As you saw with Japanese creepypastas, most of those are just urban legends. What really classes creepypasta? Are they just horror stories or can they be urban legends too? Th- that's a great question, actually. Dude, we got to look it up right now. There's no other way. Uh, what is all? Oh, stupid thing. Okay, give me just a second. Okay, hold on. All right, we're gonna ask Google. I kind of want to ask Chat GTP. Do they still have Gemini on here? Gemini. Okay. Ask Gemini. What makes how is a creepy pasta different from short horror stories? Or should okay? Should I say what makes a creepy pasta? How should I ask it? All right, I'm gonna ask it that first. Okay, it's true that both creepypasta and short horror stories aim to elicit fear, but there are some key distinctions. Okay, here we go, Tats. Origin and distribution. Creepypasta primarily originates and spreads through the internet, often via forms of social media, online communities. The copypasta aspect of copying and pasting is fundamental to the name itself. Okay, short horror stories can be found in various mediums, including books, magazines, anthologies, online publications. They have a broader range of distribution channels. Okay. Presentation and I always mispronounce this. Verisimilitude. Vers, ver. Okay, I get. Let me. I want to make sure I pronounce it right because I know this word, but I
Verisimilitude.
verisimilitude. Verisimilitude. Okay. Wait, what happened to my? Oh, here it is. Sorry. Okay, verisimilitude. Presentation and verisimilitude. Verisimilitude. Okay. Um, creepypasta often presented as if they are true personal accounts. Urban. Oh, that is a pretty good point, actually, if you think about it. Um, yeah, in general, creepypastas tend to be a personal account, whereas like horror stories can be like third person, second person, first person. Told completely like from a yeah. Chainmail stories. Creepypasta really aren't chainmail. I'm sure there's some that are, but um, that's a really good point. Actually, that does really distinctly cut them away from the fat of horror stories, where it is almost always a first person, like telling the story. Okay. Bridget, bye bye. Tanjobi omedetou gozaimasu. O Tanjobi. O Tanjobi omedetou gozaimasu. Do you want to hear? A Japanese person once told me the best way to remember happy birthday in Japanese, o Tanjobi omedetou gozaimasu, is Bon Jovi opens the door. That it sounds like almost the same to him. I thought like that's interesting. I never thought about that. Bon Jovi opened the door. Tanjobi omedetou gozaimasu. I don't know. That's what he told me. Um, the stories can't protect you. Yeah, that's true. Verisimilitude for a verisimilitude. Yeah, like spelling it like that is more phonetically correct, I believe. Yeah, that's right. All right, I'll stop with the dad jokes and puns. No, I like the dad jokes. Stay with them. Um, it's the world's birthday. Today's the world's birthday. Happy birthday, world! Holy cow. All right. Let's see. Also, Anne, welcome aboard. Uh, glad to see you here, Anne. Stories can't protect you. Half these kids have probably never heard of Bon Jovi, though. That's a good point, right? Maybe. Okay, sorry. Let me get back to the actual topic. Sorry, I'm getting off topic all the time. Short horror stories, while they aim to create a sense of dread, they are generally presented as works of fiction. That is true. A lot of creepypastas do. Like, well, that's not so common anymore. Like, no one thinks a creepypasta is real. But when they very first started, that was, um, I mean, for example, um, Ben Drowns, he literally created footage of the stuff happening. Hold on, I gotta go blow my nose and I gotta grab like something to eat with my crystal light. It's driving me insane. Got like a giant booger stuck up there. Can't take it. Yeah. My poor baby boy fell asleep. I had to go. He fell asleep without the covers on and everything, so I had to go bundle him up, make sure he was nice and warm. Poor little guy. He's had kind of a rough week. Um, they had soccer tryouts at his school, and he was excited to try out, but he said one big thing was that he didn't really want to play on the team unless his friend tried out, like his best friend. And his best friend, he's a good kid, but he's kind of like, you know, he's just a typical kid, right? Um, and his friend completely forgot to bring any soccer stuff for the tryouts. And um, so Maki went to go try out, and his friend like couldn't do it because he forgot everything. So he was there by himself and didn't know anybody on the team. And I think it kind of like really took the spirit out of him, like kind of took like the gambate spirit out of him. And he was just like, my foot hurts really bad. He did actually, he had like kind of an injury that week because he practiced soccer before he tried for the tryouts. And someone kicked a ball really hard and he caught it the wrong way with his foot. And he kind of had like a stub toe on top of it. And he was just like, Dad, my foot's hurting really bad. My friend didn't show up. And I don't know anybody out here on the team. And they're being super toxic to me. I just want to go home. I was like, hey, it's okay. I'm glad you came here to try out. I said, you do know, like, you won't get, you know, on the team if you leave tryouts now. And he said, I don't care. It's all right. And he's had a cold this week too. So I feel really bad for the poor guy. My poor baby boy. All right. What are we talking about? All right. No, I don't want to ban anybody. All right. Let me catch back up with you guys here. Um, Darkness Prevails. It's pretty decent story set or teller or whatever. Um, I actually go to sleep to B Busta all the time. Um, B Busta's stuff. I used to like kind of have like a hang up with his iambic pentameter with how he spoke, but for sleep, it's like perfect. It's great. He sometimes finds some really good stories. It's super relaxing. Um, and him and CJU, the horror game player guy, those are the two people that kind of talk me to sleep every night. Do they charge tourists more in restaurants in Japan? English menu they change? No, nah, horse cake. They'd never do that. I mean, maybe that's of course there's always an exception, but in general, that would probably almost never happen. Like they would just see that as shady, and they'd be worried that they'd lose face overseas. Like someone would be like, "Yeah, have you been to that place? They double charge me." Like now, I will say, like if you go to like some sort of dive bar in like Roppongi or something like that and get scammed on a price, like I can't help you there. Yeah, poor little guy. Um, 35 years, Jesus. What happened to Yeah, you'd have to be in a really shady spot. You're totally right, Mark. Like I've never heard of that any ever happening to anyone. I'm sure somewhere it's happened. Um, but for the most part, that is not a common thing. Um, who is the other guy? Axel Rose. What happened to Axel Rose? Like Um, like if you look at Bon Jovi doesn't look that different, like age wise, like facial features, build. He looks like about the same. Like he doesn't look that different. Like he's aged pretty good. But Axl Rose is like kind of um like you took a GI Joe figure and melted him. Like what happened? I know he's still around, but he looks like if you bought like a knockoff WWE action figure off of Temu. Hmm. He was a bigger partier. I don't know, but some of those guys like partied so hard that they're like, I went to the hospital with a heroin needle still stuck in my skin, and I was passed out. As soon as they released me, I shot up again. And you're like, you're looking okay. I mean, you look kind of skeletal, but otherwise, you don't look that different. A flappy rat? Flappy rat sounds like a 1990s skateboarder nickname. Yo, it's me and the gang hanging out. Kudo Kid and Flappy Rat over here, busting in the boneyards, hanging 10 in poolside and busting in the boneyards of Flappy Rat, wearing our jams and our vans. Axel had a lot of tragedy in his younger years, so that didn't help. Okay, that's sad to hear. I'm sorry to hear that. Flappy Rat. I can do a dark side indie to Flappy Rat out, then a pop shove it in between. They're hanging 11. Hell yeah. Um, this is pretty good. Like the final completion of the answer by Gemini says, in essence, one of the main things that distinguishes creepypasta is it is a form of digital folklore, while horror stories are a broader literary genre. It's pretty good. Hold on, I gotta go get a toothpick. By the way, if you ever see somebody use a toothpick in Japan, they'll often use it like this. It goes back to like an old Buddhist tradition that it is impolite to show bone. All right, let me switch these out. That way you don't have to see me side hustling my toothpick. All right. Anyway, I don't know. We're gonna get back to the TTRPG when it hits spring break. I need to take a bit of a break. It's the TTRPG really it's so fun, and I've had a blast with the crew I'm playing with. A lot of my mods here are the players and they've been the most excellent PCs you could ever ask for. I mean, just they share equal time with each other. No one tries to hog the play session. They follow the rules to the T. They ask questions whenever they're confused about something. They're not afraid to help another player understand if they don't know what's going on at the time. They role play through different things. They have a good mix between knowing when to fight and when to actually try to role play to get through a sticky situation. So there's nothing I can complain about with the players I have. They're amazing. Me as a DM, I tax my mind a lot every time I create a new map, a new play session, and I actually have the next two play sessions kind of figured out for the most part. But there's like a certain level of like, I guess like you've got like your own amount of voices, acting, um, what ifs. There's always a lot of what ifs you got to calculate. Well, what if the players try to do this? What should I? You got to kind of calculate some of those. And then just like obviously the most important, this is totally on me. All right, is am I making it fun because it's not just stuck in one sort of genre of play session. Like I always worry things will get too hack and slash, or things will get too role play based, or things will get too like disarm trap, pick lock, etc. Like you don't ever want to get too stuck in one of those. You got to constantly keep it balanced between a few of the different things. The worst play sessions I've ever had, and this is with other DMs, and I'm not going to name names or say when, but especially if I get stuck in a hack and slash session where it's just like a null attacks and then he calls on his other friends to attack. Now three nulls show up. After you defeat those nulls, the null leader finally shows himself and you must fight the null leader. You finally defeat him and the door opens to show you who the true ruler of the cave underground is. It is the Orc King. Him and his horde of orcs attack. Oh, sorry, wait, I can't say orc anymore because they don't exist in Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons got rid of orcs. And guess what? They're having their worst sales ever in all of the history of Dungeons and Dragons. Their newest version of Dungeons and Dragons, nobody's buying it. Like Hasbro's stock is like literally not skyrocketing, ground rocketing. Wouldn't you know it? Nah, you guys are too nice, man. Nah, man, you guys have been the most agreeable. I've never played with a group that it's just like everything I do, they're just like, all right, we got to roll with it. We got to figure it out. All right, next. Like they're never like, I don't listen, and also I attack this guy who's trying to give me directions. Just like, okay, you can do that, but I had one player I played with one time, and it was a she, it wasn't a he, and she played a fighter with an intelligence of like 4 or something like that. And that was the excuse she used to like attack almost everyone we ever ran into. And it was such a frustrating play. Like you'd be like, all right, you wander into a new town, and the town mayor wanders up to you and says, finally, adventurers, you've reached our town, and we have so many problems going on. We need your help from first saving my daughter who's captured in a lair that the dragon has en- entrapped her in. Is there anything you can do to help? I hit him over the head with my club. And everyone and the group is like, can you not? Can you like can we try to earn some money? I hit him over the head with my club. Um, all right, we try to restrain the barbarian. And it's like, I use my berserk rage and fight through the restraints and hit him over the head with my club. And it's okay, well, fuck. It was awful. Um, I had one dungeon master one time who was. I wish I could meet this guy again. There used to be a way of playing called flail snails, and flail snails meant it was an acronym for any time, any place, anywhere. You could take the character and it could use this set of rules that would work in any world, in any setting. And the dungeon master, if they joined this group called flail snails, which means like it somehow is like Um, how does the acronym work? Hold on, let me see if I can find the actual acronym. Because now I'm kind of like, wait, what does flail snails mean? But it pretty much meant like anywhere, anytime, any portal, any realm, like any genre. Is caps lock on? Okay. Um, but he was so amazing. Um, flail snail acronym meaning. Free location and inclusion laws supporting new and interesting leisure situations. That's what flail snails means. I know that sounds crazy, but so it pretty much meant your character, as long as it followed this rule set from first edition Dungeons and Dragons, could span any different play session. And back then, Google Plus was big for social media for Dungeons and Dragons players. And I floated this character who was a female paladin across like multiple games. And I met this one guy, he was from Ireland, and his worlds were so incredible. His entire setting was underground, and he would just describe these magnificent settings where like it was like someone describing the world's most beautiful painting. And I'd be like, oh. And there, as he's like describing all this stuff, all of a sudden this one, and like this is nothing against trans people. I don't, you can be trans, I don't care. Trans is fine. But this one trans girl that was playing, she got really upset, was like, there has not been enough focus on allowing me to express my character. I am out of this game, and left like mid session, which you like never do. That was like so weird. And like he was just like a really super calm, like polite guy, incredible manners. Just after he described everything, he'd be like, "All right, and what do you guys do?" And this girl like freaked out, got super angry. It was like, "My character has not been given enough representation in this game," and just like ended the session. And everyone was just kind of like, "Oh, all right, um, sorry." And that was kind of it. Like I mean, we kept playing, but like then all of a sudden the dungeon master had to like make up a reason why the character wasn't there anymore. And he's like, and then like a bunch of spores shoot out of one of the mushrooms and envelop that character, and she disappears. I felt so bad for the guy. He's such just like an incredible mind. Obviously, like born to be a dungeon master. And I don't know what this girl was like so upset about that. Like I don't know what we were supposed to do or like how we were supposed to change everything. Like we were there all with like the same level, you know, random different classes and stuff like that. That was another one of the worst sessions I was in where it just got totally disturbed by that. Um, oh, another one we had that was like awful was um, we're playing Star Trek: The Next Generation role playing game, and we all chose our roles. I was a medic. Um, the person who like before anyone spoke at all, before any of us chose any of our roles on the team, the away team, this guy who was like trying to think of a nice way I can say this. Um, Imagine what you think an angry Redditor mod looks like, and not just angry, but also like just woke up and just got out of bed and like hasn't like you're like, did you get dressed in the dark? Like what happened? Like wearing like ill-fitting sweatpants, like a t-shirt with like stains and like holes in it. And the weird thing was he came with his roommates, and his roommates were like dressed like totally normal, like just like regular casual clothes. And before anyone could speak, before anybody, he was like, um, I'm the captain," and like I didn't know. I was like, is this like a role playing thing or is this the real person or like what's going on? And like I don't know if like there was some kind of problem or what was I I can't judge or um predict any kind of like if there's a mental illness or something going on. Um, but this person was incredibly indecisive, like couldn't form like great sentences, didn't have any really original ideas, and right away he was like, um, I'm captain because I was made to be the captain. I'm awesome. That's why. Like really big on themselves, and everyone, no one was like really pushing to be the captain or anything like that. We're just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. I want to be the medic. I want to be like security officer, and we all chose our stuff, and then we began to play, and like right away, everyone was like ready to collab on ideas. We got teleported down to a floating ship, like it was kind of like a what would you call it, like a floating dome sort of that like was fostering a environmental jungle pretty much with inside this floating dome. It had been abandoned, and like we were supposed to investigate why. God, now my cat made my face itchy again. My cat. Okay, I'm okay. Um, so we get down there, we get beamed down there, and we're just supposed to investigate like why is this giant dome floating through space with like an abandoned jungle, um, like habitat inside of it. And this guy's like ideas were just like barbaric answers to everything. He's like, I start chopping down trees. Yeah, yes, chopping every tree down. We need it. And like the rest of the team's trying to be like rational. They're like, well, sir, like we can actually reproduce any of the wood here with the replicators back on the ship. And he's like, yeah, but like the Federation, they would pay so much. We need the money from this original wood. We'd be like, actually, like the Federation wouldn't like that wouldn't be okay. Um, so I'm gonna read some of these stories. I see stories coming in right now. It's like, and everyone's like, no, the Federation would be really disheartened if we just started like cutting trees down and like destroying the wildlife and the environment. Like that's very anti-Federation. Fine, but I think you guys are stupid for not wanting to make money off of this. And it's like, are we pirates or are we playing Star Trek? Like, what are you doing? Like one of his roommates kind of like tapped him on the shoulders, like, hey, just relax, man, just relax. Let's all talk like a team, okay? Fine, whatever. And it was like so uncomfortable and weird. Like we all, almost everybody there was like all about actually um, portraying characters in a Star Trek show, like not like mimicking actual actors or anything like that, but just like following what the protocol would be in the show. And anybody who's ever watched is like they're intelligent officers who are interested in exploring new life forms. We wanted to find out what sort of animals were left living in this abandoned jungle. When I say abandoned, like there was no like sentient life forms there, but like there were these weird like sort of creatures who were pretty much leeching. Hold on, I got something stuck. There we go. Ugh. Um, they were leaching some sort of sap off of a certain tree within the habitat, and we were there to like finally stop them. And once we did, it the jungle regained its strength enough that we found out the jungle itself was a sentient life form that we could talk to, and it could thank us. And um, we actually helped it find a planet to land on that it could help repopulate by and planting the jungle environment and growing across the world so that this other species that was like desperate for a planet to live on could live there. It was a really interesting story that the game master had put together. But the guy who right away before anyone spoke was like, I'm the captain, we attack. And it's just like, what are you what are you doing? Like and he was like a total Star Trek nerd too. Like he knew everything. He was like, do you remember in episode blah 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 when the Klingons did this? Well, that's what we're gonna do. And it's like, we're not Klingons though. All of us are humans in the part of the Federation. I think some of us were some alien races or something like that, but we followed Federation protocol. That's what it was. We weren't like Klingon pirates killing everything through space. I was so uncomfortable. I could not enjoy it. And I felt really bad. There was there was this one guy at the table, nicest dude I had ever met. He actually hosted the next game, but as a player, he was so shy. I felt so bad for this dude. It was weird because like when we did Call of Cthulhu with him next after that because it was free RPG day, and he was a great game master. He was the game master for the Call of Cthulhu, and he loud, boisterous, expressive, great ideas, ready for any call. The Cthulhu game was far more enjoyable, and I only played that because I was like, oh, dude, if you're gonna join my Star Trek game, I'll go join your game. And he he was just so shy and like so kind of withheld and introverted as a player, which I had never seen. I've never seen somebody be a really boisterous game master, but not able to be boisterous as a player. And um, he just keeps staring at his character sheet, and every once in a while, he was like the chief engineer, I think, is what he was, and he was like, maybe we should set up tricorders here to get information back to the Federation, like that. Like that's how he would talk, like really, really low, and I'd be like, and this guy who was the captain was just like shouting everything. Like we're in a room of a ton of people, so like other tables are looking at us like, "Hey, can you guys like kind of keep it down? We're trying to play right next to you. Sorry, sorry about that." Um, and this guy's like, "We chop down the trees and we take all the branches and we put them into bundles and carry them back to the Enterprise." And his, okay, can you hold on just a second? The chief engineer has it. What did you want to do? I just set up tricorders and like send some of the DNA information back to the ship. I'd be like, okay, okay. So the engineer, he said he wants to send information back with the tricorder setup, and they're like, oh, that's a really good idea. And I don't know why, poor guy. Like, and he was even less like he kind of spoke up a little bit at the beginning, but right away he like shriveled up and was like totally scared to talk because this other guy was like so insanely aggressive. Where I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude, calm down. Like, well, what game? It was like he was playing for a Wark Army in Warhammer 40K when we were trying to play Star Trek Federation. All right. Anyway, sorry. Let me read some of your stories. You guys were starting to say stuff. Um, you'd be so shy. It's okay if people are shy. What you need to do when people are very shy players, every once in a while, you need to just check in with them and just be like, "Hey, you haven't spoken up in a while. Is there something you wanted to do, or like any questions you got and stuff like that?" Totally okay to be shy, especially if like you've just started or like it's your first time playing or anything like that. I always, I was shy. The first time I ever played a game of it, I was totally shy. I don't know, like I especially felt like really embarrassed if I tried to make a voice for my character. I'd be like, I I asked the shopkeeper if he has anything for sale. And they'd be like, "What do you mean? Like how do you say that?" I'm like, "Hey, do you have anything for sale?" And they'd be like, "No, no, no, say it like your character would say it." I'm like, "Excuse me, sir. Do you have anything for sale?" And they'd be like, "All right, good enough." um, but oh man, that was I don't know. Just trying to think. I don't know. Those are my. I guess I've never had anything ultra bad. With me being the dungeon master, the only time I ran into somebody, um, it was when we had very first started to like learn how to play. Um, it was pretty much me and all my neighbors. Like I was really lucky to be able to live in a neighborhood where most of the kids I went to school with also lived in the neighborhood, and we had almost all of us around the same grade level. I think we were in seventh or eighth grade. And it was my friend Dan and I, not Dan Lee, another Dan. Uh, he knew Dungeons. His brothers had played in Dungeons and Dragons, so he kind of understood the rules from them. Um, I kind of understood the rules from reading. Well, I understood kind of the world and the setting and the idea from reading a lot of the Dragonlance books. Um, so together we're like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna play. We found the books for like super cheap and everything, like used versions of second edition AD&D, and we got together and we played a couple sessions. Like we played two or three, and we're like, all right, we finally understand how this works. And like it was really fun because Dan and I would switch back and forth between being the dungeon master so that each of our characters had a chance to play. Speaking of which, if anybody wants to host any kind of game, I would love to be a player one day. again. Um, so um, it went really well. Like it was my friend David, him, Pat, and Dan. And then one day, our friend John, he was like, "Yo, that sounds awesome. I want to join." And like from the second he joined, like we had this mission where it was like you see a giant castle floating in the clouds in the sky, and there was some kind of like it wasn't like a vine you could climb. It was like a portal or something that could get us up there. And it was like the wizards of the area tell you that this portal is connected to it. And we get up there, and right away, this guy John is like, "Everybody's got better equipment than me, so I push you all off and steal your equipment." And we're like, "You don't, you're just joking, right? Like, that's kind of funny, but like, you're not really gonna do that." And he's like, "Hell yeah, I am. I want to power up quick." And like, of course, we all had like better equipment and everything than him. And I was just like, I push him back. Like, it was kind of like a little kid trying to show off to his big brother or something like that. I think he was David was one grade younger than us, but so was John. I don't know what, maybe he didn't understand the concept or what. And right away he like attacks one of the characters, and I'm like, I stop him and I push him back, and it was like a critical success to like fight back. And my guy pushes him off the clouds. Or no, 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 sorry, not my guy. My friend Dan, his guy pushes him off the clouds. I was the dungeon master at this time, and of course, like he falls and takes something like 60 dice for like fall damage or something. I'm like, you immediately die, and like, your body is little more than like a splattered corpse at the bottom of the cloud castle. He's like, what the hell? Like, I thought we were like heroes and stuff. And we're like, yeah, well, exactly. Like, you're supposed to be heroes. Like, heroes don't like kill each other over a couple of gold coins off from like a level 3 character. And he's like, that's bullshit. I hate this game. And he didn't play like for a long time. And then one day he like came back and was like, hey, like my cousins are in town and they found out you guys play Dungeons and Dragons. Would it be okay if I join again? And like my two cousins can. And we're like, John, look, you understand like you don't attack other players, right? Like, I mean, you could do it if there's really a good reason, but for the most part, etiquette is you don't suddenly attack another player for no reason. He was like, I know, I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, John, it's cool. And like he was totally okay after that. Like after that, he was like, yeah, that was kind of stupid. I should have never done that. Like he even told his cousins when they started playing, he was like, hey guys, just so you know, you don't attack other players. Like I already made that mistake. And they're like, yeah, John, of course you do. Like they had never played Dungeons and Dragons before, but even they were like, we didn't want to attack other players. And he's like, okay, I'm just making sure because like I didn't know. And we're like, all right, John, it's okay, man. I kind of felt bad for him after that, but I don't know what happened to him at first. Like this sudden bloodlust came out of nowhere. Ah, oh, XP, yeah, dude. Okay, hey, actually, we can do XP on Sunday. You want to do that? Let's get you guys leveled up and like ready to like go full throttle when spring break comes. We'll do like a long session too, because obviously spring break, I don't have anything I gotta wake up for super early. All I'm gonna be doing is working on my car to make it look like a Umbrella Corp car. Um, let's do our XP Sunday. Let's get it done. Let's get our XP done, and let's kind of, I think we can even start to introduce you to the next adventure, kind of get you settled up and headed um, to the next adventure. If everybody's good for Sunday, let's do it. You good? Okay, all right. I kind of maybe we will RP a little bit of the newest adventure because the newest adventure is going to be a lot of RP at the beginning. Like there's a lot that you got to get through at the beginning. So we'll see. We'll see. As long as I'm feeling okay, I think I'm going to be feeling okay. I'm definitely like way more ganky than I was last week. Last week I was kind of on the edge. You weren't on earlier, Osaka. I've been like rebuilding my car because as I told you before, I got into a car accident. Um, I've been replacing parts of it with like stuff from Amazon that's like car parts that are like Umbrella Corp. Like so I've been slowly adding like decals, license plate frame, tire caps, and all kinds of stuff that's like looks like official Umbrella Corp stuff. Like I even have like a parking pass hanging in the window that I have level 3 parking on Umbrella Corp. Yeah. Yeah, this Sunday, and if it's okay, like if you have time. If not, don't worry. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm slowly working on it. I got a big decal I'm going to be putting on the side too. I'm looking forward to doing that. Uh, Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Uh, I went to a LAN party. Okay, here we go. I saw Osaka post this. I went to a LAN party once, and people were talking about ordering a pizza. I said I wanted to pitch on a pepperoni and black olive, and reached for cash. It was part of their TTRPG game. They seemed annoyed at me too. I was going to pick up the bill. Wait, so what happened? Give me the ending to the story, Osaka. Dude turned into the Roach Man from Men in Black. Dude, the TNG, like, even with this guy being a total fucking asshat, as we tried to play the Star Trek RPG. There's two different types. There's two of them. I forget what it is because I've never bought like the rule book. Um, but the one that's based on the next generation is really good. Whoever put the rule system together for that, they it's unique. Like it's like you don't have a lot of stuff that's based on combat. It's mostly based on actually using the skills your character would, harvest as that job in Federation. And if they accomplish certain aspects, they start to get this thing called like I don't know if it's called like honor points or what. It's like motivation points where like the next time you try to do something, you can go bigger and you'll have like these extra dice you can throw in. Oh, it's so interesting. It's such a unique system, but it works so well. Like you successfully complete one thing, so you're like, man, maybe I could actually solve this problem by doing something more complicated. And when you try, you have that extra motivation dice from having successfully tried something else that you theorized. It's so good. It was so fun. Even with that guy being a total asshat. Like the rest of us like sat back. Like I had a character where I made his whole thing was he was a medic and he had pretty much like learned to be a medic on his home planet. I forget what kind of alien he was, some kind of like this blue alien in Star Trek. There's so many I can't remember. And he had like watched like a devastating apartheid happen back on his planet, and he refused to be part of any type of war, fighting, combat, battle, etc. But he was all about 100% dedicated to healing anybody, no matter whose side they were on, good or bad, even if they had attacked him. But he would not do anything to help a fight. And so I would constantly like I'd be like, well, maybe there's like a peaceful way to approach this. I can't get behind any kind of combat. It kind of saved the day a couple times as far as like this absolutely lunatic captain like being like, did I fucking pull out a battle axe? It's like there's no battle axes in Star Trek. What the fuck are you talking about? Well, I don't know. What is that big Klingon thing with like the sword type thing? I pull that out and start chopping the tree down. I got one of those. It's like, do you really? You brought that on an away team mission. Like, why? Fucking Christ. Uh, Knowing you were into D&D, did you try Magic the Gathering at any point? Yeah, of course, man. I played an all black deck, Lord of the Pit as my main, lots of thralls from Fallen Empires. I still have like a ton of Fallen Empire cards. I still have my Lord of the Pit too. It's probably worth some money at this point, maybe. Yeah, I was big into it. Uh, oh, dude, yeah. It was clutch to get in that role to finish it off. Dude, I want to go back and like, man, hey, if you guys have any time, like I'm talking to the players from my game, if you find any points that like especially like what you just talked about there, like you really remember, can you clip it for me? I need to go in and do that myself. There's so many I have so many ideas for the TTRPG. I finally finished creating that avatar for the coiled one. Or he's also the god of like the sort of insect people is called like the queen on Earth is called the worm faced goddess, but there's also an avatar called the coiled queen who is the avatar for the god of insects called the one beyond the coil. And like I finally finished artwork of her today that I really struggled with this art. It was really hard. Um, ah, shit got real after they killed me or whatever. Oh, oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, they were talking about getting the pizza within the game. I asked if they wanted to get one IRL too. They declined. It was kind of weird. I kicked all their asses at Quake 3 later and then lost my first game trying to play StarCraft. I didn't know anything about the game and had no clue what was going on. That was only that was only game of StarCraft. I gave it a fair chance. Apparently that was a legendary game from LAN parties. Shit got real after they killed me or whatever. Ah, yeah, I don't know. I was a big like World of Warcraft, um, not World of Warcraft, Warcraft, you know, orcs and humans, orcs versus humans. I liked part one up to part three. It was fun. I even made a lot of my own maps. Um, StarCraft was okay, but like I remember getting to a point in that game. I forget like which scene I was playing or battle or whatever, but I just remember thinking like the enemy was able to make units so insanely fast. I just gave up on that game. And then what I saw online were like people were doing it at like in human rate. I was just like, oh, that doesn't look fun at all. Anyway, guys, ah, I ordered pizza anyways. Like, what the fuck? I shared it with close friends. And what, did you not share it with the other people who were like Jerkosaurus Rex? God, every once in a while you get one of these that just won't open no matter how hard you pull it. I don't understand that, why that happens with Slim Jims. Then you get like the next one and it's just like really easy like that. It just opens like super. I don't get it. Why are some Slim Jims like that? And yeah, like just like clipping different parts. Yeah, like I can do it. Anybody can do it. I think Clipchamp is one of the good ones you can use. I use what is it called? I use a program just called Record It exclamation mark. It's totally free unless you go beyond like 15 minutes, but you don't need to record up like a 15-minute plus excerpt. I'm gonna go back in there. Like I'm eventually when I finally publish the free rule set over the summer, I'm definitely going in there and grabbing some clips and stuff. Um, but man, it's you guys have totally helped me close in on getting like a finish to this thing finally, where I'm actually going to be publishing some stuff on it. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. So you ordered the pizza and you didn't share it. Were they pissed off that you didn't share it with them? They're like, "What the fuck, man? You kick our asses at Quake and then you don't share your pizza? Fuck you." Damn, that's so crap, dude. I never understood that. Like, there's sometimes the weird thing you run into sometimes is there's either people who, and like, I really feel like the sentiment behind role playing games should be a really open mind, progressive, and ready to take on anyone, anyone interested in the game. Um, Even if they screw around or, just fuck up for the first time. They didn't want any pizza. Okay.
Um, yeah, anyone who doesn't want pizza is crazy. I don't understand that at all. Even my friend who's vegan, like, specifically goes out of his way to eat vegan pizzas like every weekend. Um, Anytime you are playing a role playing game and there's an option where someone new wants to come in, I feel as a DM, it is your responsibility, or GM, game master, dungeon master, to have open arms towards people interested. I mean, obviously there's, psychopaths are like obvious red flag type people who you're like, okay, you're a jerk in real life to everyone. I'm definitely not going to bring you into the game to be a jerk in game. But for the most part, if people are, even tempered, seem normal, you haven't fully gotten to know them, maybe give them a chance to play a game. But there's sometimes this elitist attitude where they're like, you've never played this before? Well, then I don't know why you would join now. It's like, dude, you had to start from somewhere. Like, what are you talking about? Or like, you join a game, you're like, oh yeah, I've heard of that. Can I play? And they're like, okay, do you know the rules and everything? I'm like, I'm not like 100% on the rules, but like I've played a little bit of it in the past. And they're like, no, we need people who know the rules backwards and forwards. And it's like, who the fuck knows all the rules in an RPG backwards and forwards when there's like a million homebrews out there? Like, get the fuck out of here. That's why I've kind of like really shied away from Dungeons and Dragons. There's like a lot of elitist type stuff like that where it's like, you don't know how feats work properly. We don't have time to teach you that. But I mean, I'd say 90% of the time, most game masters, most, play sessions are very open minded. Luckily, there's things like free RPG day where people get a chance to do that. Um, they were a bit off. Coming from me, that's really off. I like your take on that Osaka Shogun. You're cracking me up, dude. Is getting pizza in land like capture the flag? I'm not sure. It might have been Dungeons and Dragons or TVTRPG. I don't know what the difference. It was something like, yeah. There's so many that are almost exactly like Dungeons and Dragons, but yeah. Whenever people have like an elitist attitude, I'm like, that's so anti-gaming. Like that's so anti like PC. And when I see PC, I mean like playing character, not politically correct. Playing character are the people who play the game. Like if you want to see the hobby become better, more interesting, have more storylines, more campaigns, expand, go into the areas that you'd like to see it expanded, then you need to constantly keep an open mind to anybody who would want to play. I mean, like aside from what I said, where I was like, every once in a while you run into like a really, odd fruit, and you're just like, I don't know about you, dude. You're a fucking weirdo in real life. I don't know if I want you in my game. There's just some people who are just like a living red flag, and you're just like, okay, you have so many issues going on that I don't want you to subscribe to this because you've got too many issues you're already subscribed to. Uh, Dude, not wonder what's up, dude. Hey, thanks for showing up, man. I've just gotten back into the ring of things. What am I talking about? Into Deco. Deco. Hey, please don't scratch my wall. Deco. Hey, stop. What are you doing? I got you a brand new scratch post. Go use a scratch post, dummy McDumb pants. I'm gonna go put the scratch post in front of him. Hey, look, Deco. Hey, scratching. Scratch this. That's what a scratch post is for. I just bought it for you, you big jerk. Good. Okay. Anyway, are you actually scratching the scratch post finally? Okay. Anyway, I hate to do this now that you've just signed on. I'm not, I'm not doing this because you just signed on or anything. I am about like at my spent point. I need to I need to start to get ready for bed. What time is it already? Is it 10 something? No, it's not even 10. I'm spent. After I get past 9:30 on a Friday night, I'm pretty burnt. Um, in other news, I've been playing. You guys have probably never heard of it. This really old RPG called um, Reckoning of Amalur. It's super old. I didn't even know it came out. Like I saw it a while back, and I never had time to play it. Now I got a little bit of extra time, weeknights, so I've just been checking that out. It's been almost 2 hours. Damn. Yeah, dude, let's do a session this Friday. Um, Also, if you guys played like any RPGs recently, I've just been really having this bad hankering for like a new, and it doesn't need to be like brand new, just came out. I mean like just something I haven't played. Like I just downloaded Scald of the Black Empire, I think it's called something of the Black Scald. It's called Scald, Skald. Um, Reckoning. It's actually called Re-Reckoning of Almar. Um, what's the other one I downloaded? Oh, Tyrant's Realm, which it started out really good, but its saving system is really shit. It's like Dark Souls, but I I didn't realize it, but even when you sit at the fireside to like get your strength back and everything, it never saves. Like you just have to start the entire game over again from the beginning, and you're kind of like, okay, like there's hard and there's just stupid. Anyway, love you guys a bunch. Thank you so much for all the support you've been giving me over these kind of rough weeks. I'm doing good. I'm still doing good. Probably health wise, mental health wise, I'm probably in a better state. I'm able to bounce back. I'm able to rejoin being social online again, mostly because you guys. You guys keep me hanging in there. And then when time for Japan finally comes, I'll be doing even better because it's like a reset. It's really a reset for my mental health. Like I go there and pretty much can turn my brain off. Um, I don't have to plan anything. I don't have to make anything. I don't have to cook anything. I don't have to prepare a lesson for anything. I don't even have to wake up at a certain time or anything. I just enjoy Japan and my wife is happy to just see me lay around and enjoy Japan. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. Yeah, I love you guys too, man. You guys are awesome. And today I had to record some single player VR games of Phasmophobia. Ooh, one of the most haunted levels of the game. Sunny Meadows. It was not pleasant. It will give me nightmare. Dude, Sunny Meadows is rough. That's the insane asylum, right? Is that what that one is? Anybody who hasn't yet joined us in the Discord? Yeah, please come join us in the Discord. Anybody? Hey, don't. It's really fun. Um, it's a nice, easy place to share who you are, what you're about, art you're into, games you're into, music you're listening to. There's movie nights there. I mean, it's just really a place to unwind and just enjoy the company of people who are going to support you. Um, we're drama free. We've got mods on everything. We've got bots that check just to make sure like no one's being mean or anything like that. We have yet to run into a major incident or anything like that. And it's just, oh no, Tats, you're fine, you're fine. Um, I got it, Tats. I gotta join you sometime in Faz. I see you there on Faz all the time, and I'm like, damn, I need to jump in on that. Um, Actually, Tats, do you play shoot, what's the other game? I just watched Wendigo's giant video on it, covering all the lore. Oh man, come on, Scott. Um, it's like a Faz game where you gotta all do it together. Lethal Company, that's what it's called. If you ever play Lethal Company, I want to try that out. I'm hearing nothing but good stuff about it. How much is it? It's so cheap. It's only $9.99. Jeez, why haven't I bought it yet? Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out. If you're ever playing that,
I'd love to. And with you guys too. I'd love to play with you guys if any of you guys have it. Let's jump on with some viewers for once. Anyway, yeah. Love you guys. You're awesome. Gonna sign off, but I'm just really happy you guys are around and a part of my life. And I look forward to talking to you.